lot of us define discipline as something different. I don't believe in hitting children. I don't. I don't really believe in yelling at children like that. But I know sometimes, your voice gonna carry. You're gonna have to lay down the law. Now, in a situation like this, if I'm the man of this house, and I don't believe in hitting the child, but I believe in discipline and structure. Now taking on this role, am I supposed to allow another man's theory or the way that they do things take over my house?
Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Kyra. How y'all doing today? We ain't been up here in a while. So, it is what it is, and it's what it's, Sometimes it bees that way. But we are here tonight, and we late as hell, as usual. We never on time. So, I do apologize. It's not me. I'm always on time. It's the other ones. So let's get this party started so we can get the hell up out of here. Hello, Miss Darlene. How are you doing? Let's bring on the latest person of them all today, Mr. Roshan Davis.
Threw me right under the bus, huh? Right under the bus.
Well, somebody got to do it.
Right under the bus. Yes, I was running late. My apologies. I was running late today.
If your family
got back in,
who can throw you under the bus?
I got back in the city late. My apologies, but I'm here, front and center, the black sheep of the family.
I thought I was the black sheep.
Ask the room.
I'm not a black sheep anymore.
To me, you are, but to the room, I am.
Yeah, see how they do me. All right, and let's get the second latest person out here, which is really the first latest person all the time. The Deacon. Yeah, he do it all. Late.
You can say what you want to say, but at the end of the day, nobody told you to get another job and come on at 9 o'clock. First of all,
nobody will
say that 8.
Don't be telling my freaking business. Number one, and number two.
So you up here spreading our business like it's okay, but we can't talk about your business.
Did I say why you was late?
You said I was late, right? That's my business.
You was late.
So either way, we sharing business. So we sharing business, we sharing it.
You was late.
Because when we came on 8 o'clock, it wasn't no late. We was here, we was rocking.
Still late.
But now you want to come on. Now you want to come on an hour late.
You were still late.
When you knew what time, what day your show was on.
You was late at 8 o'clock. You was late at 8:30. You still late.
I was never there at 8:30.
Yes,
cut it out.
You just late. It's okay. Thank you, Miss Darlene. People don't understand that part though. Now see, you done made me.
No, we understand that part. We also know the days that we got stuff to do.
I change nothing without consent. So I don't know what.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
What's good, bro? How you?
I'm all right. Can't complain. We had a good weekend. Haunted house went well. It was good. A million kids out
So,
there. Got another
we
haunted
not
house coming
we not
tomorrow
long.
and Thursday. So it'll be good. We got
Oh, yeah,
any
they had
videos or
to use.
anything? Any videos?
Yeah.
Let's rock and roll.
Sure,
You
don't do that.
What I do? I ain't
I'm
do
being
nothing.
I'm being very argumentative today. Don't do that.
God, it's gonna be one of them.
Today she's a problem.
I'm a problem
Today,
every day.
that's what I'm about to say. Today she's normal.
Thank you.
Argumentative is no, is usual.
As usual. Because I messed up my thing. Y'all made me mess up my thing.
And now it's our fault you messing up stuff.
Yeah, because you get on my nerves.
Tell you,
Oh,
boy.
dear, okay. Are you going to put the video up?
You ain't tell me which one you want to put up first.
It don't matter.
It's all a surprise to me.
Years, so you're my mother, and I thank you for everything you've ever done for me. I always loved you, but I'm older now, and I have this down here.
I get it, but at the end of the day, when Jeannie ain't gonna be there, I'm gonna be there.
Why do you think I wouldn't be there?
No, I'm saying if you would. I mean, I don't know. I'm just hypothetically speaking.
Well, to say even when Kenny's not there, what makes you think that I wouldn't be?
I just made a comment. I can't make no comment. It ain't nothing to think
Well,
about.
when it's to say a matter of time, if means
Wait. Can I finish with my son? Lil Rob, what I'm trying to say is, you just basically left us to take her a whole nother family and just.
I'm gonna go over here and get a drink real quick.
So why would you do that? Bye. Have a good day. Why would you do that?
Hey, what is your problem with me, man?
That's how we starting this. That's how this going down.
That's how we start this, because that's sometimes what happens when you got to check somebody mama.
All right. Stretch.
Mama don't know how to act, and mama all up in business that she ain't got no business being in. And so since her son ain't saying nothing, sometimes that other person has to step in and say what they need to say. That's it. And sometimes hands is thrown. So if y'all all don't understand what the topic is tonight, is who gonna check me? Ain't nobody checking me, but I'm just saying. Whose responsibility is it to check the spouse or your significant other, parents or family members, when they sticking their nose in your relationship or in your marriage? So, whose responsibility is it, Sean?
Why me? Talk. Let's ask those who were married.
I'm asking you a question, Sean.
All right, my apologies.
To check, you don't even have to be married, even if you're just in a relationship, and your mother or your father is in your business. Whose responsibility is it to check your parents?
So let me ask this: is there a difference between a girlfriend and a wife in that situation?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's why I said let me ask the ones who are married. They see things from a different perspective. I may see things different.
I'm checking your ass.
You checking who?
care
Who you checking?
which way you slice it. If your mama get in my business, I'll give you one opportunity to check your mother when she first be disrespectful towards me. After that, that's it. I'm going to check your mother. I'm going to check your father. I'm going to check your auntie, your cousins, your brother, your sister. Don't
And
play
you out
with
of pocket, and I'm gonna have to check
you.
you out of
I ain't out
pocket.
of
and you
shit.
too much.
The family members is out of pocket.
You out of pocket because if my job as the head of the house and as your covering is to keep you covered. So when you come speaking out of turn or speaking out of place because you're speaking from under the covering, then that's a problem.
I'm not speaking from under the covering because if the
You are
covering ain't
because
covering properly,
you're not allowing me to
covering-
handle what I need to
if
handle.
the covering is not covering properly, I'm going to cover myself because what I'm not going to do is keep going into a situation with your family and your family always got something to say or your family is being disrespectful towards me. You're not going to be doing that to me all the time. And you're just like, oh, I'll handle it. And ain't nothing being handled. So I'm supposed to deal with it. Absolutely, I will not. You got one time to check your family. You don't check them, I'm going to check them. And then that's it.
So would you allow the man to check your mother?
I wouldn't allow my mother to be disrespecting my man. I don't allow my mother to do that now. If my mother got something to say about whomever, she says it to me and only to me. And we can sit down and have a conversation about what she thinks she knows. But for her to disrespect him to his face, it'll never happen.
Well, it's up to him to define the disrespect.
It's up. If I feel like she being disrespectful, I'm gonna say something to my mama.
No, what I'm saying is if he defines something as disrespect and maybe you don't see it as disrespectful as he see it.
Okay, he can tell me that, but I'm still gonna, and I will understand it because how I feel is how I feel. How he feel, he shouldn't feel disrespected at any time.
No, what I'm saying is if he feels
disrespected and he lets me know he's feeling disrespected, then I'm gonna let my parent know that you not to talk to him in that manner.
Okay.
Because he feels disrespected.
Okay.
You're not going to get a second or third or fourth time to do it. You check it right then and there. And if you can't, then it's a problem.
Because I've seen scenarios to where some people feel they have a right to say something because it's allowed.
That's because they allow it.
Yeah, that's the obvious.
If you don't allow it, then they ain't gonna do it. So if you allowing somebody to keep coming at your person or your husband or whoever you in a relationship with sideways all the time, that's because if you want to continue to allow it, but that's not fair to that other person. The other person shouldn't have to deal with people's snarky attitudes all the time. And then get mad when you don't want to go around. I don't want to go to the cookout. Why you don't want to go? Because I don't want to be around your family. But now you mad at me because I don't want to go be around your family that don't like me and disrespect me all the time. Make it make sense.
Mm-hmm. Derek?
I said what I said.
Darlene says, I think the husband should check his family and the female should check hers. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the way it should go.
That mom disrespected her from day one, causing a lot of built-up anger. Oh, so we must be watching the same show, Miss Darlene. And it is true, she did.
Mom was disrespectful, but the wife was disrespectful because the wife should have never got up in her face like that. And I don't know the background story that y'all been watching, but no matter what level of anger, I'm not going to jump in my mother's face. So my wife is definitely not going to jump up in my mother's face.
Well, the background to that sort. Well, first of all, that is from Love and Lockup, and the background to that little situation that built up to that is because the mother. This is not their first conversation, but the mother continuously disrespects that young lady. She throw his ex-girlfriend in her face, saying how she was a better woman or a better girlfriend to him than she was, and she understood how to deal with her and how to help take care of her, and she made sure she was always good. And she don't like the girl because she's married to her son, and she feels as though her son should be taking care of her, and because he is now married to her, he does not take care of her like he used to. So she don't like her.
Is he supposed to?
I guess that his mama feels as though he should.
I'm not asking about the mother thing. I'm asking a question to us.
No, because his family and his wife should be his priority. Now, it ain't nothing wrong with helping moms out here and there, but before you start dishing money out to your mother every single month to pay her bills, we got to have a conversation, because our house got to be good before your mama house is good, because we live together. It's just that simple. Who come first, your mama or your wife?
I get it. I get it. I definitely get it.
My wife comes first, but respect my mother the same way I'm supposed to respect yours. The same respect that you give your mother, you should be giving my mother, and vice versa. If you never jumped in your mother's face or put your fingers in your mother's face, I'll be darned if you're gonna do that to mine.
But is your mother giving respect? That's the thing right there. It doesn't matter.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It does not. Because parents been disrespectful from the ages. Parents that say crazy. Parents have said off the wall stuff to their children. The children still didn't have no nonsense of jumping in front of their mother's or their father's face because their mother's talking disrespectful to them.
So basically,
they walk off because that's their mother. If your mother says something off kilter, off pocket to you, you're not coming back at her with disrespect. You're gonna look at her and you're gonna go sit down somewhere because that's your mom.
So basically, you saying because that's your mother, I have to automatically just give her respect when your mother can disrespect me at any given time. So the mother automatically just gets respect.
You respect her.
I automatically keep getting disrespected.
If you walk through a job, if you walk in the door of the job, you automatically give that boss respect, and that boss has done nothing for you. This woman has raised me.
Mother has doing your job. Just because I'm doing my job doesn't mean I respect my boss.
Before you even get a job, when you walk in the door for an interview, when you walk in the door, that man ain't do nothing but give you a job.
I'm getting an interview.
You still offer him a certain amount of respect for the position he holds. So therefore, the same woman that has raised me, who has taken care of me, who has sacrificed me, she gets a certain amount of respect for the position she holds. And that's as my mother. And you're not going to disrespect my mother no matter what she does.
I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to go that far.
Because you basically saying, I don't give a fuck what my mother do to you.
I'm not going that far.
My job is to handle my job. No, but I just told you from the beginning. The first thing I said is my job is to cover you. So if I'm a man and I'm covering you, I'm going to make sure that my mom understands that she's not going to talk to you any old type of way. But you will understand as well that you're not going to talk back to her any old type of way.
But then you followed up with, you're not going to disrespect my mother no matter what she does.
Right, because at the end of the day, she's still.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
But when your mother does anything to you, does she still keep the respect as your mother?
I mean, I don't have a mother, but my mom passed away. But what I'm saying is there is a level that someone can go to, whereas it will trigger that person. Let's say if that mother spits in her face, is she supposed to just sit down and take the spit?
What's she supposed to do? What is she supposed to do with it?
So you telling me if your wife is sitting next to you and you got going over, maybe she don't like the way that the children is dressed or whatever her parenting style, and the mother stands up and spits in your wife's face, your wife is just supposed to just take it? The reaction is going to happen.
What's the reaction? What's the reaction that you expect supposed to happen?
If somebody spits in somebody else's face, I'm pretty sure that somebody gonna knock the shit out of somebody.
Well, it must gonna be me. You must gonna knock the shit out of me, because you're not gonna put your hand on my mother.
Then your mother shouldn't be spitting on people,
right? But I'm not gonna sit there and let my mother get up and spit in my wife's face. That's
you
what I'm
can't
saying.
stop that. You can't. Sometimes you can't stop that.
If I'm
sometimes
there,
you can't.
Why will my mother? First of all, when someone spits on someone, that's absolutely no respect. So if my mom has no respect for you, and I know my mom has no respect for you, why would I put y'all in the same situation, in the same space, in the same situation together?
Sometimes things happen. Sometimes things happen, and people react out of malice and out of disrespect. That's what I said. Like, I'm not trying to redefine it. All I'm saying is, if you and your wife is sitting side by side and y'all going over something, and your mom don't agree with it, and she spits in your wife's face, they're going back and forth, nothing too crazy, but she don't like what your wife says, and she gets up and say, you know what, I just don't like you, and spit right in her face. You don't think that your wife is going to react?
She is going to react, and I'm going to remind her, that she's my mother,
and all I said was, I don't agree that you have to respect her regardless of what she do. Respect her. Yeah, I don't agree with that.
At the end of the day, everybody has parents. Everybody has parents.
Yes. And they're human beings. We're all human beings.
Right. And nothing that they do changes the fact that they're a parent.
You still have to have respect.
Right. There has to be respect. But but if someone loses respect, if my mom does something disrespectful, it's my job to check it. It's not yours.
Some things is going to cause a reaction.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
Okay, so you and that's okay, and that's part of the question. It's your responsibility to check it, and nobody is taking that from you. But sometimes y'all don't check it.
Who we mean sometimes?
I'm not even going that. I'm not even going.
Mothers, they just expect you to suck it up.
Yeah, I'm not even going that far.
Understand new mother. I don't know about these new mothers, but because this is a different generation, and mothers is having best friends with their daughters and all the rest of it, and their sons is their boyfriends, stuff like that. But back in the day, when a mother, before they came out with this mother-in-love stuff, when she was your in-law, that was your son, that was your child, and that was either your child's significant other was either your child, or was, if you didn't like them, that was your child, that was your in-law, right? That's my daughter-in-law, or that's my daughter. Those are two places you went. Both those places didn't get to a place that this nonsense that we just seen just went down. Because the respect level still was there on both parts.
Now let's deal with real time.
But real time, first of all, I'm not dating. My mom's not here anyway, but I'm not dating a female in real time that she thinks is okay to jump into. If I see her jump in her own mother's face, that's not okay.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about the mother being disrespectful, not the wife. The mother being disrespectful.
The daughter jumped in the mother's face, and the mother reacted.
No, I'm talking about my scenario.
Of the spit?
The spit, smacking, whatever. Sometimes it's going to cause a reaction. If your mother smacks your lady,
For
If
every action, there's a reaction.
yeah, so if your mother gets up and smacks your wife ain't supposed to get up and smack her back?
Absolutely not.
Shit.
Thank you.
Don't
And
touch my mother.
just like I said earlier, I'm gonna give you your opportunity. The first time your mother disrespects me, I'm gonna give you your opportunity to say something to your mother. After you so-called you're covering and you claim you cover me, and me and your mother get into something else and she disrespects me, I feel as though I have every right to say something to defend myself, and so that your mother know that you're not gonna keep talking to me like that.
Me and your father can have conversations all day long. Me and your father can have conversations all day long. If your father have a little something too much to drink, or he feeling some sort of way, and he gets up and he smack me, he gonna touch every wall in this motherfucker. There is a time where some people go too far, and I'm not gonna allow it. In my house, I have to be who I'm supposed to be in my house. I'm going to protect my house. I'm going to be the man of my house. So if your father come in my house and disrespect me and put his hands on me or spit on me, he gonna touch every wall in this motherfucker.
Because it seems like from my perception of what Derek is basically saying, it just seems like you don't want nobody saying nothing to your mother, but it's okay if your mother does it.
Yes.
No, it's not. Because I just said you're not going to disrespect my wife and you're not going to disrespect my mother. I just said that.
But if your mother continuously keep disrespecting your wife, even after you said something to her,
and I also
disrespect, but you don't never want your wife to say nothing, that's not right.
I just said if I know that my mother and my wife are not, my mom has little respect for my wife, I'm not going to put my wife in a situation to have to deal with that.
Well, that wasn't my scenario.
But then what happens at family events?
We won't be at family events because my mother will understand that my covering, who I'm supposed to be covering, is my wife. And if she can't respect my wife, then she's not respecting me. So I'm not going to bring my family into a situation like that.
No, I get it. I'm just living. I live in a space where you said there's nothing my mother can do to make my significant other retaliate, and I disagree.
Not that I didn't say.
That's what you said. Nothing that my mother can do. That's what you said.
I said she's going to respect my mother. Meaning,
yeah.
You're not going to get up. You're not going to get up and put your hands on my mom.
No, I heard when you said that, but you also said there's nothing that my mother can do to make her retaliate.
And I stand
okay, so therefore, let me ask this question.
Want to retaliate, but she's not going to retaliate because that's where we draw the line.
I hear you.
So let me ask you this. So if your mother,
I just disagree.
If your mother and your wife get into an argument, and your mother gets upset, and she turns around, she smacks the shit out of your wife. You expect your wife to take that?
To just sit there and take it.
Hold on. Okay, so let me ask you something. When you got disciplined by your mother, did you stand there and take it?
I was a child.
As a child?
Hold on, I'm asking you a question. Period.
No, as a child.
As a child?
Yes, as a child. Yes.
Okay, so as an adult,
hell no. Because my mama don't put her hands on me as a grown adult.
But if your mom did put her hands on you.
What?
If your mom put her hands on you as an adult, you was talking out your lips, and your mom popped you in your mouth. What you gonna do? You gonna pop her back?
I'm sorry, I'm not taking no smacks from my mom at 50 years old. I'm grown.
I'm asking you, your mom, you talking sideways out your lip, and your mom come across your face. You popping your mother back?
I think you're creating an unnecessary. Unrealistic. I think you're creating an unrealistic scenario. Because I'm not gonna talk to my mom.
I'm not gonna hit my mother.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. But if your father, at the end of
the day, your mother. Wait a minute, your mother is not my mother. Your mother didn't raise me. Your mother was not doing anything for
Your
me.
mother didn't raise
doesn't
me,
do
but your
nothing
father
for me.
didn't raise
But
me.
my
But I'm still
mama,
offering him the same respect
but
because
my
he raised me.
mother raised me.
I hear you.
No, I'm not. So the respect that I have for my mother is going to be a totally different respect that I have for your mother, especially if your mother is a mother that doesn't even like me and disrespects me.
I
So
agree.
the respect is totally different.
There's a difference.
And your mother is not going to be putting her hands on me and think that it's okay and I'm not going to react.
My question was, you said as an adult, right? So as an adult, if your mother hits you, you're not hitting her back. But then you can turn around to another adult that's just as old as your mother and put your hands on her.
That's
Even
different.
though
It's different. I agree. It's different.
Yes.
Different.
it's not.
Yes.
It's not.
I disagree. It's different.
And we all were raised at the same time, and we all was taught to respect elders and to govern ourselves accordingly around elders. But for us to sit around here as
children, children.
And
yes,
children. even as adults.
Yeah, but there's a level, Derek. There's a level.
There's
a level.
The level is you walk away because you have control of yourself.
Not if your father smacked me.
If I'm going to walk away, if
I'm not.
If me and Kyra are dating and her father decide that he wanna come across and try to test the waters, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna leave the situation, and I'm gonna allow for my wife to talk to him. And then when things calm down, I'm gonna come back to him and I'm gonna sit down and talk to him, and I'm gonna let him know that I respect him as the father he is to my wife.
Okay, I get it.
We will not govern ourselves in a place where we're putting our hands on each other.
And I agree. I agree with the conversation. I agree with the conversation. But if somebody put their hands on me, they gonna touch every fucking wall in this basement.
I'm trying to tell you something different. Or
we can have a conversation.
I'm not gonna put my hands on your mama. I'm gonna call my mama. So that way it's a mama and a mama. Let the mama talk.
Yeah, so she can get in the car and drive all the way up from Maryland. Yeah, all right, whatever.
Let the mamas talk. And
sometimes that's what has to happen.
Nah, ain't nobody, Derek, especially in my house, ain't nobody gonna put their hands on me.
And at that point, if the mamas get to doing whatever, then hey, it is what it is.
You're gonna respect me in my house. I'm not 21, I ain't 18. I'm a grown man in my own home. You ain't gonna be disrespecting me and putting your hands on me.
Absolutely. And I'm not going to invite someone into my house that's going to
sometimes you don't get to control other people and how they feel and what they're going through and what they want to do. Some people got agendas underneath a lot of, where they are because maybe you didn't have the conversation yet. I mean, so I'm with you with having a conversation. Let's pull back and have the conversation. My point is, there is a line of respect and disrespect to whereas if somebody do something, it's going to cause a reaction. If you spit on me, if you put your hands on me, if you touch my children, if you touch my kid, I'm gonna slide you somewhere.
Lady Hazel from Instagram, she says, in the Spanish culture, they still do as an adult. My mom did, and I won't put my hands on her. I respect her as my mother.
I ain't talking about my mama and my father. I'm talking about yours.
Says that I had an ex who tried to square up with my dad because he didn't like what my dad said to me.
Yeah, I ain't talking about my mother and my father. I'm talking about yours. They ain't birthed me. They ain't raised me.
Exactly.
I give you all the respect in the world.
Hey, and at the end of the day, especially if you marry, I'm married to this person. So therefore, I don't get some type of respect because I'm married to your son. So therefore, I don't get no respect. But I'm just supposed to just go along with the okie and the dokie. Absolutely, I will not.
Okie and the dokie.
Not the okie and the dokie.
I will not. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: if your mother disrespect me the first time, and you say something to your mother, and she disrespects me the second time, and I say something to your mother, and you may not like what I say or how I say it to your mother without putting my hands on her, and you don't like it, then you know what I'm gonna just tell you. Then go on, be married to your mama, because this ain't what we about to do. You can be married to your mama.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're gonna feel how we're gonna feel. Maybe we just have to agree to disagree.
It's just like you're not taking myself into consideration, and I'm not doing that. Go be married to your mama, and I hope y'all have a lovely life together. And that's what's gonna be what it's gonna be. Because you only get to disrespect me one time. I'll be quiet one time.
And Derek, this ain't just reserved to the mothers and the fathers. I've seen this happen with sisters and brothers and cousins, where people just feel they can say what they want to say.
Right. You're absolutely right.
Hey, boo. I'm just saying, like, nobody, you're not gonna me and your sister ain't gotta be sisters, but so your sister go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, you better get her.
Even friends. I've seen friends feel like
let's play the next clip. And then we're gonna finish this conversation.
This is a long clip.
Just stop it when you feel like it.
Hard. Is it my responsibility or his to address his mom? And am I wrong for not wanting to commit to him because his mom is just unnecessarily rude?
We just talked about this.
It's his.
Y'all dating. Y'all dating, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's
She's dating him.
Okay, no. It's his responsibility to check his mama because that's his people. And no, you are absolutely not wrong for seeing red flags and saying, I'd rather not. You're not wrong for that. Get the fuck on. Go get you a new nigga.
It's both people's responsibility, and I say that is because people can't advocate for you like you can advocate for yourself. So if a person is rude or disrespectful to you, you have to let them know that they are rude and disrespectful.
I'm not gonna say it nice. I'm gonna disrespect you back. So I advise you talk to your motherfucking mama.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna knock your mama wig off and then I'm on.
Before I call my motherfucking mama to come talk to your motherfucking mama.
Right. So no.
I don't wanna cuss Sister Jenkins out, but my mama tag that old bitch.
Facts.
So, okay, wait a minute. But for a person who actually...
Yes, I can. My mama don't play about me.
Okay, but hold on. For a person who, if you actually truly want to move forward with somebody, that's not going to work. We can go off and do all that shit all day long, but it's not going to work. If I want to move forward in this relationship, I'm going to advocate for myself and show you how you can advocate for me. That falls on both people in real healthy.
But she already said that the mama is dating the son. Baby,
Yeah, there's a reason why he hasn't already addressed his mama.
When I asked her about in the beginning, I said, well, who's dating? She said his mama might as well be dating him. Oh, baby, this is a red flag.
Yeah.
Do you not see this big ass red flag up here? Yeah. He is a mama's boy. His mama won't let him. Niggas can love their mama for sure, but a nigga cannot. If you're trying to establish yourself and build outside of the family you come from, yeah, baby, it's time to make some hard decisions and hard choices and have some conversations with the family you come from if you want to actually build a family over here.
Facts. One question: how old is she? Do we have time?
As fuck.
How old is the mama? Too old.
How old is he?
You might could wait it out.
Late 30s.
Late 30s.
He ain't changing, girl. He love the fuck out his mama. They wear matching outfits and everything, girl. Let them be together.
Shit, ooh. Some people, for real, some people, it's a tricky dynamic, but I do.
It's not a tricky
But
dynamic.
I do agree, and I want you to finish your statement. Would you finish with your statement?
No, I
Okay,
wasn't finished with my statement. It's not a tricky dynamic. If we look at most people's relationships, and I'm not going to talk down on mothers' boys, but this is a woman. Their mother is a person who has always advocated for them, always been there for them, protected them, raised them, comforted them in the worst. And so sometimes it does take them a little more time to actually address their mother. If you are choosing to move forward, let them know exactly what it is that the mother has done to disrespect you. But once again, I always say you can't learn how a person is unless you allow them the space to to show you exactly what it is that they're going to do and how they're going to address them. But it falls on both people. I'm not going to allow anyone's mother to disrespect me. I'm going to let you know that you're rude and disrespectful. But after that, everything else, every other resolve is up to the person that I am dating or in a relationship with. If you show me you cannot address mama, then I'm gone. That's simple.
The moment he didn't address her when when she disrespected you, that's the issue for me. If your mama disrespected me, more than 9 times out of 10, if I'm around your mama, you around her too, right?
Yes. Not all the time.
I ain't just around your moms like that. Sister Jenkins is an asshole. If I'm around your mom, I'm around you too, right? So if that's the case, if she disrespected me, unless we off in the kitchen tucked off somewhere, 9 times out of 10, you was there and you started disrespect as well. If you did not respond in that moment, my G, I don't really know what I can't perceive that.
Then that comes to perspective, because what if I don't perceive that as disrespect just because you perceive something as disrespect?
I made your mama a pie. She gonna get a little dizzy.
Oh, God.
But I bet that bitch won't talk to me crazy no more.
Wow. Trish, what's up? That's crazy. I'm stuck. I don't usually push for like not rocking with somebody, because I'm always a capacity guy. Like, I'm always a dude to say, if you got the ability to work through something, you know what I'm saying, do the work. But I would assume, are you looking for a long-term monogamous relationship, life partnership?
Yes.
Okay, so a person like that, because I'm gonna kind of go a little bit more general than just your situation. A person like that, to me, shows perhaps an inability to keep someone out of their house. And what I mean is that if y'all choose to do marriage, y'all choose holy matrimony, y'all become family now.
Yes.
And his job is now to protect your home. You're his family.
Agree.
You don't stop your mama now. Your mama in our relationship and in our house now. I'm not saying it doesn't mean you can't grow to defend it, but like, damn, you didn't think to say shit to her, bro?
That's how I feel.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you not thinking that you don't need to put that in check at all? Because where I agree with.
Oh. Hi, y'all.
So
He cut the best part off where he said, but I'll box the shit out your father.
here's the thing, right? I'm never going to be okay with the flying around of the B word when you talk about somebody's mother. And there's a problem with this generation of disrespect, and the disrespect flew around that room so haphazardly, like, it's ridiculous. But then we want to sit around and talk about being healed and all the rest of the stuff. But we can toss around disrespect when it comes to elders, and that's the problem. That's the problem.
I agree with that.
That's the problem we see, and it's coming up, and it's going generation to generation to generation, and that's why respect, and that's why we are here having this conversation now, because disrespect for elders has diminished so to so, where to the point where his mother, you think his mother would ever have, even most mothers back in the day, mothers wouldn't even look at you like you were on their level to even speak to them like that. So let alone have an argument. But your mom, ask your mom, would she ever have thought to have an argument with her husband's mother? She'll look at you like you was crazy. She's like, that one wouldn't even part her lips to me. But we keep, as disrespect diminishes, people keep they keep climbing to different levels of, we can see eye to eye. And that's where I think a lot of this nonsense is happening at, because if you honor your mother and your father, then that means, or if you respect your elders, then you're going to respect those elders, and you're going to let those elders be elders. I'm not going to put as he was saying, I'm going to go to my parents as respectful as I can, and let them know that they're not going to disrespect mine. And if the disrespect continues to happen, as the man of my house, I'm going to remove my family, the people I'm covering. I'm going to remove them from that toxic situation. I'm not going to have them. I'm not going to have y'all just around my parents if they can't respect you. If it's a toxic situation, I'm going to remove the toxicity because I'm not going to allow for my family unit to be impacted by toxicity. Who leaves their family in a line of fire? The problem with the brother on that clip was the fact that he had no problem leaving his mother and his wife in this place of toxicity, and he just sat around looking crazy. He on the floor falling back on his mother trying to stop a fight.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think that the decline in age of parents and grandparents have a play in this?
Very much so.
Because you're having grandparents now in their 30s.
Right. Very much so.
Who's still young and young-minded and not as mature or wise, who have learned experience to know how to maneuver through these things. They don't have enough life experience.
Right.
They're a generation of still like, who gonna check me, boo? I mean, so when you have a culture where dysfunction comes in and it's starting to be celebrated, because we have dysfunction in our culture. Dysfunction is celebrated at a point.
Right. We just saw it. You saw the claps. You heard Kat. She was like, "You cut the best part when he said I boxed up your father." But that's when you're like, no, that is not right. None of that should sit well with someone who was raised the right way.
Like I said, I agree with pulling back and having a conversation. But my point is, if somebody puts their hands on me or spits on me in that way, all bets are off. You ain't gonna put your hands on me. You ain't gonna spit on me. All bets are off. We can pull it back and have conversations. And if you don't know how to handle it, then I move on, because I see that it's just going to get worse later.
And I'm gonna excuse myself. That's the whole point. Like being in a place where, like, when she was getting up to go to the to go get her son a drink or wherever she was going, and the mom said, all right, good, bye. That was the husband's position to say, Mom, you gotta chill.
I agree.
It wasn't for his wife to come back and get in her face like, what's your problem with me? That, babe, go do what you were going to do. I got this.
Yes, I agree. I never debated this. My argument was the physicality of the situation. Right. You was to put your hands on me, or you was to spit on me, or touch my children, then it changes. All bets are off.
Right. And I can understand that. I can understand that to a certain extent. But what I'm saying is there's no need. There should have, if he was doing what he was supposed to do, it shouldn't even gotten there. You know what? Let me get up, babe, get the car, go to the car. We out. Ma, I love you. I'll come check you later. Once this thing calms down, we can come back and try this again. But I'm not going to sit there and watch this situation balloon out of control to the point where now I have to make a choice if I'm keeping my mother off my wife or my wife off my mother.
Yeah.
Because either way is a crazy situation for him that's in it. Because if I'm holding my wife back, but my mom is taking swings at her.
And maybe we giving him too much credit. Who's to say he's mature enough to know how to deal with it and know how to handle it?
You're right. You got a good point there also.
You know, like we view things from our perspective. Yeah, we have a level of wisdom that's the reason why we're here having this conversation. You know what I mean? But not everybody is capable or eligible to have certain conversations or deal with certain situations.
Right.
No, just because you're a husband or a wife, don't mean that you know how to handle it.
And that's why I'm gonna handle it for you. So, Allie from don't pay me no attention. Y'all know I wake up starting violence. Allie from Instagram says, sorry. She said that I meant to say some have manners and was raised the right way, and some are just ratchet and have no respect. Who you talking about? The parent or the kid?
Talking about you.
Okay, let's not do that. I have no respect, and I love my mother-in-law. Thank God I never had an issue with my mother-in-law. I thank God for that. I don't have an issue with her. My mother-in-law, I love my mother-in-law.
I have gotten to my former mother-in-law.
I love my sister-in-law. She's a beautiful person.
It took a lot to get there, but right now, she's the only mom I have, because my mom had went on to be with Jesus, and I respect her as such. You can get a little hot-headed, and sometimes you flare up at your own parent. You may talk back, or as an adult, you may say things back, but there is still lines that we don't cross on either side. I don't need to cross this line of talking to you as you're my equal, because you're not. You're my mother, you're my father, you're her mother, you're her father. You're not. I'm going to hold you to a certain regard, and I'm not going to cross that boundary. I don't expect you to step down off that pedestal of being a parent and come down to my level to talk to me any old type of way. And I'm not climbing up the pedestal to try to knock you off. I'm gonna respect you for the position that you hold, the position you carry. And I'm going to expect you to carry yourself as that position. Now, if we get to a place where we're sassing back and now you're talking about coming down and doing X, Y, and Z, I'm not going to well, come on down here, pimp. Let me show you what is really about to happen. We ain't going to do all that either. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bow out. I'm going to let cooler heads prevail, because I don't want to be in a position where now I have to come back and apologize, or now my children has to be in a position of can't be around their grandparent, their Mima, whoever we call them, because we got tension. So it's about respect, and respect is absent today to anybody. Everybody talks to everybody like everybody's an equal. And that's the point I was making in the beginning, where when I asked Kat, you can go into a workplace and respect your boss, but then you can say you can talk to anybody. You can talk to somebody's mother like they don't mean anything. When this is the person, if this person did not birth the man or woman you love, there's a certain level of respect that you should offer them. But you can offer this person who all he do is he pretty much he don't do nothing for you. All he doing is paying you for your work. But you can give him your respect. But you can't give your respect to anybody else. He don't have to earn your respect.
You can offer the respect, but
he don't.
You can offer the respect. You can offer the respect to his parents or to his family. You can offer it. But once you cross that boundary of disrespect.
But there are bosses who cross boundaries every day, and people sit there, they bite their tongue, they talk in their head about what they're going to do or what they're going to say. She got one more time to disrespect me, and that one more time is 7 years ago.
I would say this.
We all make choices. So if you choose to sit there and be disrespected, then you sit there and you choose to be disrespected. And it don't matter who it's from. That's a choice you made. I choose not to sit around and just be disrespected. I'm going to still, if my boss chooses to talk to me in a disrespectful manner, I have done it. My boss tried to say something to me in the middle of the hallway in front of a whole bunch of people. I said, oh, this is what we doing? I said, well, when you calm down and can talk to me like an adult, then we can have a conversation. And I turned around and I walked away. Because of who you talking to? You're not going to talk to me any type of way. It's just like that old saying go. You got to teach people how to treat you. And what you're not going to do is treat me any other way. If I'm not treating you with disrespect, then you ain't going to treat me with disrespect. If I'm giving you respect from the door and you still choose to be disrespectful to me, then what you think you're going to get in return? You're going to get what you give.
Let me say this. Because I hear people say this all the time about the boss, about the this, about the that, and that, and that, and that, and that. I truly believe there's a difference between having respect for someone as a human being who I don't know, and I'm just being cordial. Hello, how are you? How was your day? And having respect for somebody in a relationship or a friendship. That comes with cultivation. That comes with us having some type of connection. Yeah. I mean, it's like when you call the doctor's office, you put your doctor's office voice on. Hello, I want to make an appointment for such and such. I mean, like, there's a difference. There's a difference. So in humanity, we respect people in humanity without a connection or a relationship or a friendship. There is respect. There is respect. I mean, because I hear people say that all the time. That, oh, you respect your boss. There's a relationship attached to that. There's consequences that's attached to that. Just like somebody standing on stage who ain't really built like that, and they make a joke, and then somebody else that they say that's not really built like that, get up and smack that person. They felt that way because they felt like maybe it's not consequences that was attached to that will serve them some justice that they may not like. But if it was a bigger, badder person, would you have done the same thing? Right. Probably not, because the consequences are different. So with all of these, there's other things that come into play with these type of conversations. Especially respect, having respect, talking with respect, etiquette. Etiquette is something that is, proper etiquette or respectful etiquette is something that is, I seen a post the other day where it was like a child says, an adult says something to a child and the child says what? And you had half of the post saying, "Oh, they said what? They saying what you say," and the other half was saying, "No, you're supposed to say, excuse me, I didn't hear you," or what, something along those lines.
Something in a more respectful manner than what?
More respectful.
My students are not allowed to say what in class.
But then again, it goes back to perspective. Who is teaching these things?
Right.
Who is allowing these things? And that's what the one girl said. What you may deem as disrespect, I may not deem as disrespect. I may see things something totally different. I mean, I seen Oprah and Jay-Z on a platform, and one says they don't mind saying the N-word, and the other one says that they don't allow the N-word.
Facts.
For their reasons.
Yeah,
so that's why I said at the beginning of the podcast is who is deeming these acts or these conversations or these things disrespectful? Because I'm a firm believer in the oppressor don't have the right to tell the oppressed when and where and why to feel oppressed. If you feel disrespected by something that I said or I done or the way that I acted, if I have a relationship with you, I should hear you out.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because we have a relationship or a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, it shouldn't even get that far. And as a mother, and y'all know how I feel about my kids. But I'm never gonna put my kids in that type of position in the first place. Why? Because I love my kids and I respect my kids. I don't give a damn how I feel about the person you're dating. Anything that I have to say about the person you dating, I'm gonna say it to my child. We can sit down, we can have a conversation, and I'm gonna let you know why I feel the way I feel about the person that you're dating. But that's between me and my child. But when I come around your person, your girlfriend, your wife, your baby mama, whoever, I'm going to be nice and I'm going to be cordial. But in my heart of all hearts, I don't like this chick. But she don't know that. And I'm not going to let that be shown that I dislike her. But you know how I feel.
Now, let me ask you this.
My child in that type of position.
Now, let me ask you this, because this also falls in this realm, because there was another clip. I don't know if we have it or we've seen it, to whereas a stepfather saw a stepdaughter being disrespectful, talking disrespectful, or whatever it was. And he said something to, not disrespectful or not even out of, context or whatever. He says something to the stepdaughter. The stepdaughter says something to the mother. The mother said, "It's not your job to address or check my daughter. You bring it to me." And he said, "So if you're not here and your daughter's being disrespectful in my house or our house, I'm not supposed to correct it." So is there a line or a level to whereas this stepfather is not supposed to check this child? Because the mother said, "I have a relationship, friendship or partnership or parenthood with the father. Bring it to us." So is not saying putting hands on, not saying speaking out of term or being, cussing or anything, but is the stepdad okay to check the child? Hey, don't do that.
Yeah, why not?
Don't play with matches. Don't do this. Don't do that. Where the mother felt like, no, you don't say nothing to my child. You in a relationship with me, not my child.
That's crazy.
What about a situation like that?
Well, because the in that point, in that type of scenario, the mother is 150% wrong, because when you marry somebody and that person becomes that child's step parent and y'all are all living in the same home together, it shouldn't really be any.
If they ain't even married, they're just boyfriend and girlfriend, but they're living in the same home.
Still, he's still taking on the responsibility of a father role. He's taking care of her. He's putting food in her mouth. He's putting a roof over her head. I'm pretty sure he ain't living there free. So I'm pretty sure he is not living there free. If that child wants something and mama don't got it and daddy ain't got it, who you looking at to get it? So you have every right to say something to a child when they're doing something that is wrong. As long as, it ain't nothing like you ain't physically harm that child. I don't see anything wrong with you disciplining them or saying something to them. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just nothing wrong with it. Mom dead ass wrong for that. It's not wrong.
Got something for that, Derek?
I agree.
Which part?
Everything she just said.
Well, I didn't know what side.
So
whether the mother was right or the
mother was dead ass wrong for that. And plus, you setting the precedence in your home, because if you don't say something to the child, then of course the child is going to feel as though they can say and do whatever they want to that step parent, because my mom is going to always have my back.
Yep,
that's just what it is. So they're not going to give that man the respect that he deserves, because they know mommy's going to tell him, you ain't her father, you can't tell her what to do. You don't want to say that in your home. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to do nothing but cause your relationship to break up. Because I don't know what man going to sit in the house and have a woman that help when you help and pay bills and take care of her kids, tell you can't say what you want to say in your own house, but then you still expect money from me to help pay these bills and feed them kids. Boy, they damn daddy. Because that's what the hell I be talking about.
Boot your head.
Call they damn daddy when they ask need the sneakers that neither one of y'all can afford. It is what it is.
I mean, not even just that. Like, I'm supposed to be the like you said, the provider. I'm supposed to be the protector. If somebody comes in this house, I'm supposed to cover your children.
Absolutely.
If your children living by your teachings and kids come to my home wanting to fight that child, I'm supposed to protect that child now. So, protection is more than just physical. I'm supposed to protect that child from doing things that they don't supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
From handling things the way that they handle it. I mean, that's protection as well. I have to protect you from, a way of thinking, a way of moving, a way of acting, all of those different things. Like, people think that, just providing, I'm supposed to provide you with wisdom.
Yeah.
Intelligence.
Like, I definitely get it. And I definitely get it. Oh, Ali says on Instagram that my kids are grown and they still know not to disrespect someone, especially someone older than them. I think that, and Ali, I love you, girl. But I think that we all are taught to respect our elders. Well, I hope. Let me take that shit back. I hope. I hope that we were all taught to respect our elders as we were growing up. Now, whether or not it stuck with you or not, I don't know. But we all, and I respect my elders. Don't get what I say up here twisted. I do respect my elders. But what I will not do, I don't care if you are my elder, I will not allow you to disrespect me. Because a certain level of respect that you want, I want as well. Especially if I'm not doing anything to you to disrespect you. And if I am, then I expect you to come to me as my elder and let's sit down and have a conversation.
Right.
Because maybe I don't realize that I'm being disrespectful towards you, or because we're from two different generations. So then you can sit down and you can teach me something.
And you're teaching the children that's coming behind you.
Right.
Exactly. But it's certain levels of disrespect. You putting your hands on somebody.
Yeah.
That's a no.
But that's the point I was making. When have we said in our old age growing up, we saw Uncle Tootie go punch our sister's boyfriend in the face or a husband in the face or stuff. We didn't see that kind of stuff. That stuff was the stuff we experienced because parents were parents, uncles were uncles, cousins were cousins. Cousins fighting back and forth, that's different. Like your cousin, your husband cheat on you, your cousin come and beat him up. That was normal. But you didn't hear of, oh, your husband cheat on you, so your father and the uncle came and beat him up. No,
well, it's like you said.
That wasn't the hierarchy. That ain't how it would go down. They didn't come down to your level. You had people your age that they would come and handle that.
Well, even further, Derek, they ain't come into the living room to even witness anything like that anyway. Right. I mean, like, young folks wasn't allowed in grown folks' business, period. So you wasn't going to witness that anyway unless it was at the Thanksgiving table. Mean, like, by the Christmas tree, like, wasn't going down.
I feel like, we always raised somewhat right.
You said somewhat right?
What the hell was that?
Some of us was raised somewhat right. Some of us was raised right. Some of us was raised differently. But at the end of the day, like I said,
that sounds shady as hell.
No, as a mother, like when you're grown, what you was taught when you was a kid, when you become an adult, sometimes you don't always go about what you was always taught.
That's the obvious, because we can see a whole generation like kind of switched.
Right.
Exactly. So
what's soft parenting? I still don't know what soft parenting is. What's that? What's soft parenting?
I don't know, because I ain't never saw a parent a kid in my life. So I don't know. But I would never, and now that I have my own kids, I would never interfere. Like I would never interfere with my kids in their relationships. Like I said, I would say what I need to say to them, and that's it. The only time you will ever see me interject into anything that got anything to do with my kids is if I bear witness to somebody putting their hands on one of my kids. If your girlfriend is putting her hands on you, I'm gonna say something, because I'm gonna let her know he don't hit women, but I do. Keep your damn hands to yourself. And I don't give a damn about now that I'm doing. Don't put your hands on my kids. I don't give a damn who he with.
I get it.
Anything other than that, that's up to them to deal with. Because I don't expect my sons to be sitting up there boxing up their girlfriend faces, but their mama will. And that's just that.
Well, all right.
But their mama can.
What you say, Derek?
I'm talking about you, but their mama can.
Listen, we both women, but you ain't gonna be putting your hands on my damn baby. I I'm on my business to that extent. You ain't gonna be walking in my head talking about he was an abused man. No. I think not. So sorry. And yeah, that's my thing. So ain't nobody checking me. So when I say who gonna check me, boo? Nobody.
Here we go. We go to nonsense.
We went an hour and 11 minutes for us to get to this point. The answer is, who's gonna check me, boo? Nobody.
Nobody. Because they ain't got no reason to check me. I'm not my business.
Get the fuck out. You hear this, Derek?
I heard you nonsense.
This is me for the rest of the show.
I ain't giving nobody no reason to check me. I'm my business. My kids is today. But if you like it, I love it. Just don't put your hands on them. That's my only thing. Keep your hands to yourself. And we cool. Yo, this was a good conversation. Derek be bugging. But
Derek don't be bugging. Derek stand on respect.
I love me some Derek, I tell you. But we thank y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna try not to cancel any more shows until after Christmas. So we'll see what happens. But we do thank y'all for tuning in. It was a great conversation, and we hope to see y'all next Tuesday, same time, same place. Oh, wait a minute. Is next Tuesday voting? Am I wrong? When do we vote, y'all?
It started already.
Like, when do we vote?
Tuesday.
All right, so next Tuesday is voting. And so I hope everybody goes out. Hope y'all cash y'all votes. Don't the polls open up at what, 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning? What time do the voting polls open?
6.
Okay, so the voting polls open up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Ain't nobody got no excuse why they can't go vote. And
I sent mine in already.
It is voting, but you can vote early now. So Monday through Sunday, did it start already? Is early voting already started?
I sent mine in already. I voted for Thomas Mack.
All right now. So yeah, early voting already started. So nobody has an excuse why. Oh, that's right, because I read that they was sitting up there putting the ballot boxes on fire.
What?
What?
Yeah, I was reading something, and in 3 different states, I think it was Arkansas, Texas, and I can't remember what third state was, but they set the ballot boxes on fire. And I think they only arrested one person in one of the other states. But yeah, they were setting the ballot boxes on fire. The early voting boxes, they were setting them on fire. So y'all go out there, y'all vote blue.
You about to get out. You about to get our episode lost. You about to get our episode canceled.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't know if everybody saw, the Trump rally, but that right there just stamped it for me. So everybody get out there and let's get to voting and let's get the right person in that seat. And on that note, do y'all have anything else that y'all need to say?
I did, but I forgot.
Pinky says early voting started and it's Monday through Saturday. Places are from 10 to 8 p.m. and Sunday they close at what time? At 6 p.m. So we have no excuse why we didn't go out there and cast our votes. I'm going
Vote for who you think is going to do the best job.
So we may not be on Tuesday because, I'm hoping everybody gonna be out there casting their votes. So we probably won't come on Tuesday. We'll see. We'll see how things look, but we'll definitely let y'all know because I don't play with voting day. Voting day is just for what it's for. Vote blue. I mean, blue, blue, blue. Vote Sean for president. We need cheap groceries again. Oh my gosh.
Whoever that is, whoever that was, they excluded from the dinner.
that was Pinky. No, Pinky coming to the dinner.
No, not.
I'm gonna tell her I'm gonna have metal detectors and everything. So
Pinky coming to the dinner.
No, she not.
Pinky, you hear this right? I'm trying to fight for you, girl.
everybody bringing a tray.
We got day ones who will be at the anniversary dinner. She just started coming to the show.
Pinky, I'm trying to fight for you, girl. Pinky is faithfully on the show.
Came to the show this season. Number one, number two, she don't even come. This is her first time in like almost 2 months.
Oh, Allie, I'm sorry, Allie. We doing Candid Conversations in February. It will be our 5th year of Candid Conversations. So we are throwing a Candid Conversations dinner, a small dinner with some viewers, some old co-hosts, and we just gonna rock out. And Sean is gonna be the chef.
Absolutely not. Everybody gonna bring the tray.
That's
it's our live episode. Our first live episode. We've been talking about it for 5 years. We finally gonna do a live episode.
Yes,
and it's gonna be a Sean and Derek topic.
It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be like we're gonna talk about women and accountability.
No.
We're talking about women and elective accountability.
Wait, Derek, ain't nobody tearing up my fucking basement. Then they gonna tear up my lawn. No.
So yes, we're going to be doing a live taping. And Allie said that she is coming and she has invited herself.
Allie not day one either.
We're gonna make it as fair as possible as far as the viewers because we are having this dinner in Sean's home. So, but we're going to be going live. So you have to be ready for the conversation as well as have good eats that day. So yeah, it's gonna be a good day. And I'm trying very hard to bring the day one of the day one back. He was our very first, he was the original first co-host when Candid Conversations first started. So I'm trying to get him to come up to
before I got drafted.
Before Derek got drafted. He was here before Derek. No, y'all was here at the same time. Derek just tried to stay behind the scenes, but it wasn't happening. So It's going to be a very interesting night.
I was like, he wasn't there before Derek. Derek is day one, but he's the very first host.
Yeah, before the K even got into the conversations. But so yeah, those invites will be going out in December. And Sean is the cook, y'all. So don't let him tell y'all that he's not, because he is.
All of us bringing a pan. I'm gonna go to Super and get some chicken.
Thank you, Pinky. Pinky said that y'all cannot pick the topic.
Pinky don't get a say. She just got here. You're worrying about what
wait, Derek. Hold up, wait. It's still rolling across the bottom. Who gonna check me, boo? This is my house.
Ain't nobody messing with Sean. It ain't going there.
I already said this should be by invite only, and
it is gonna be by invite only.
And it's a ticketed event. Those are the people who want to be there, the people who buy the tickets. Just coming and showing up for free.
I bet he says no. It's only going to be by invite.
It's a ticketed event. We're going to invite you to buy a ticket.
Yo, y'all is too funny. So yes,
it's gonna be a tip jar. It's gonna be a tip jar in front.
Tip the chef, y'all. Tip the chef.
There's no chef. I don't know why you keep saying that.
You the chef. The way you be sourcing it up for them firemen, you gonna source it up for Kenzie.
I just made you a whole tray. You ain't shared with nobody.
What?
Facts.
Wait, what?
Hold up, Derek. You see how that bent down?
Mm-hmm.
What is you talking about? Wait, that was my birthday dinner.
Derek, beef ribs, oxtails.
I saw it.
Mac and cheese, collard greens. But you talking about firefighters?
Listen, the only time you feed me is when it's my birthday.
That is a lie. That's a lie. I sat here, Derek. I made oxtail. Derek, I made oxtail Philly cheesesteaks, right? With
you did.
With oxtail and mozzarella fries.
He did.
We was on the phone. Me and her was on the phone. She had nothing to do with it. We was on the phone and she was like, "What you doing?" I was like, "Yo, I'm trying a new recipe." "What you trying?" I said, "I'm gonna do an oxtail cheesesteak with, oxtail fries with the gravy and the mozzarella, whatever." I'm on my way. "You're on your way for what?" "I'm coming to get me a tray." Boom. So don't do that. You is telling a bold-faced lie.
I just said yes, you did. Yes, Pinky. He is a very great cousin. I love my cousin. He's the bomb. I won't say that about many of them, but he's one of the good ones.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that.
Okay, I'm about to choose violence. So on that note, Derek, you have any final words?
I think it's best Roshan said he knows how to say it the best.
Roshan?
Before I say that, I do want to say 52 Front Street tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday, haunted house, Halloween extravaganza up off of Preakness Ave by Kennedy High School in Patterson. It's going to be things for the kids. Bring the kids out, have a good time. The kids that did go to Hinchcliffe Stadium, leave some of them home. Because they was tripping. we tried to do something great for the kids. We had around 500, 600, 700 kids out there. They had a great time, and maybe 5 kids, almost messed it up for everybody else. So it was a great day. I appreciate everybody for coming out and adding to the event. So tomorrow and Halloween there will be an event, Halloween on the house event on 52 Front Street at NJCDC, the youth center. So bring the kids out. It's free. It'll be a lot going on.
No, it won't.
Come out and have a good time.
It's just the haunted house.
Huh?
I said, ain't nothing else going on. It's just the haunted house.
It's gonna be fun. The Hitchcock Stadium thing was cool.
And boom.
Until
Let's get back to family.
That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
Get back to it. Let's get back to respecting your elders. Make respect the elders a thing.
Let's choose love, not choose our fists.
You got some fucking nerve.
I said them. We ain't talking about me. See, he just mess up a good dream. Like I said,
Tiana Ali talking.
Choose love, not your fist. And I said, John, not me. The Lord is still working on me.
I say peace. I'm out.
Deuces, y'all.
Guys.